Hello children, welcome back to my talks and again with standard 10th biology. Last class we did transportation in animals and today we are going to do transportation in plants. Yes, plants definitely they are not like human beings but they are live and transportation is required in them also, and they do not have blood, okay, or the heart which pumps the blood, isn't it? So that pumping organ they do not have. So how does transportation takes place in plant? Okay, we did photosynthesis and in that we saw that all the characteristics whatever was required for photosynthesis, okay, the carbon dioxide that it got through the pores, okay, the stomata in the leaves, through that it got the carbon dioxide, water was absorbed through the root, okay, but how did that water or the nutrients or the nitrogenous products, okay, whatever is required, okay, from the root, even the phosphorus, the fertilizers, all that which we provide to the root, how does it reach to the different parts of the body? Suppose the yellowing of the leaves, so nitrogen deficiency. So how, if we provide nitrogenous fertilizers to the plants, how does that nitrogen reach up to the plant? So that is what we are going to study over here. Now children, it doesn't require so much of energy. Now as compared to plants, human beings and plants, when we talk about animals and plants, okay, we human beings or the animals, we require more energy as compared to plants. Why? Because we transport from one place to another. We move, the movement itself, okay, requires. Now plants are stable, they are stagnant, they are at one particular place. So that only decreases quite a lot of energy requirement for them, okay. The only energy is required for growth and development and budding and flowering and all that requires. Yes, that is also the metabolic functions which takes place in them. Okay, the photosynthetic process which takes place. So transportation in plants. Okay, so again when we talk about transportation in plants, let me come very straight to the point children, and then I'll see whatever is there in your book and what I have not dealt with. Okay, when you must have studied in 11th, okay, the vascular tissues, the xylem and phloem, okay, and when we talk about this xylem and phloem, okay, the vascular tissues, xylem is the one, okay, which carries the materials from the root to the leaves, got it? And phloem is the one which transports, or you can say which conducts the conduction, the transportation. Here the transportation takes place, which transports the prepared food of the photosynthetic. Okay, you can say the photosynthetic product, or in the other terms, normally it is glucose, okay, to all the different parts of the plant. Got it? So xylem normally from the root, either it is water or the nutrients or the fertilizers or the minerals, whatever has to be absorbed by the root, and it is the xylem. These are the vessels, these are, you can say, the vascular tissues, the xylem and the phloem. Okay, and they are made up of, again there are, it is divided into the tracheids, the vessels, all that, the companion cells. When we talk about, I hope you know quite a lot of things, okay, the components of xylem. If we go about in elaborate way, then we'll be talking only about xylem and phloem. Okay, so the components of xylem and phloem, again not required over here, but then you should know that what are the components of xylem and phloem. So xylem as a whole, okay, absorbs everything from the root and carries to the leaves. Why to the leaves? Because leaf is the kitchen of the plant. The complete photosynthetic process takes place in the leaves. So everything is required in the leaves. Okay, and then whatever the photosynthesis has taken place, whatever the product has been formed, that has been normally through the phloem. Phloem carries it to different parts of the plant. Now children, one more thing I want to tell you. Xylem is always unidirectional. Unidirectional, do you understand? Unidirectional is that always from the root, okay, root से हमेशा लीव्स की तरफ, मतलब नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ, ये लीव्स की तरफ. Got it? So only in one direction. While when we talk about phloem, okay, suppose here is a leaf. okay, and some the stem is somewhere over here. So from here it will be taken over here, okay, it may be taken this way, it may be taken to the roots, it will be taken to the roots, okay, it will be taken in all the directions. So phloem carries the food in all the directions. So here it becomes multi-directional, okay, the flow is multi-directional, okay, and this is unidirection. So xylem is always unidirection from the root to the leaves, okay, and phloem, please listen to me children, so that you understand what I'm telling. Even if writing somewhere it's not clear or something, try and listen what I'm saying. Unidirectional, multidirectional, okay, xylem unidirectional flow, and for phloem it is multidirectional flow. So this is one of the things. Now when the water is absorbed, when the water is carried off, now photosynthesis ka we discussed how it gets all the characteristic, all the requirements, okay, so everything it gets over there. So that is how it takes place. And when we talk about this, yes, how does the movement then take place? Yes, it is always, you know, that from higher concentration to lower concentration, no energy is required, okay, movement is always from higher concentration to lower concentration. Suppose अगर हम water flow करवाएंगे तो आप if it is a building of 2-story building, from 2-story down अगर हम water को flow करेंगे तो it is easier, means you do not require an energy to get the water flow from the 2nd-story building to the down floor, okay, but नीचे से अगर हमको डबल स्टोरी बिल्डिंग में लेके जाना होगा तो that will be against the pressure gradient, okay, so there will require energy. So here also the movement normally takes place, okay, where energy is not required, but in the phloem again many of the times energy is required, and whatever food is produced, okay, it is stored in certain points. It is stored in the roots, okay, the stored food, whatever is required by the plants, that they utilize, and whatever food is prepared, the extra food, that is stored in the roots, in the leaves, okay, and in the stems. Yes, the food storage takes place over there. So this is one portion what I was talking about. Now I'll go to the next one, okay, yes. Now let me talk about this. I hope it's clear, okay. So let me talk about the sucrose, okay, the sucrose or the glucose, as I told you, okay, the sugar which is produced as a result of photosynthesis is taken to different parts of the plant. So sometimes it requires ATP, it requires energy also, okay, using energy it has to transfer into phloem, because phloem mein hamesha hi phloem will always be at a higher concentration. So from the leaves, when the food is prepared, okay, from the leaves it has to pass into the phloem, and phloem will always be at a high concentration for sucrose, ठीक है. So from here, when leaves से यहाँ पे flow होना है, so this will require energy. ATP energy is required over here. So this is what is told in your book also. Try and understand it. Otherwise, wherever it is easier, energy is not required when movement from high concentration to low concentration. अब मैं आपको एक बार root का समझाऊंगी. Okay, suppose this is, okay, root. Now here what happens, I provide water. This is water, and here it requires water. It means the water is at a higher concentration over here, and in the root it is at lower concentration. So finally what will happen, the movement of the water from the outside will take place into the roots. That is by the process of diffusion, osmosis, whatever it is. So the water will be absorbed. Again, अगर ये पूरे roots में absorb हुआ, so the first, suppose this is the stem which we talk about. So it is made up of cells and tissues. Okay, the one which is connected to it, definitely this is at lower concentration as compared to water, lower concentration of water it has, okay, as compared to this particular cell of the root which is at higher concentration. तो movement कहाँ से होगा, यहाँ से, फिर यहाँ से, high concentration of the root cell to the lower concentration. फिर ये अब क्या हो गया, high concentration में हो गया क्योंकि water उसने absorb कर लिया है. तो अब उसके ऊपर वाला cell again फिर low concentration में, तो फिर यहाँ से यहाँ move होगा. So this also becomes high concentration now. Now this is also at high concentration. Now the movement. So one is this movement cell to cell from high concentration to low concentration, and that forms a chain, and that is how water is absorbed. So ये diffusion process हुआ. Now children, this is normally possible for smaller plants. अगर छोटे plants हैं, shrubs और herbs हैं, so it is possible that water absorption is through this diffusion and osmosis. But taller plants, banyan tree, neem tree, mango tree, okay, जो बड़े plants हैं, जो बड़े trees हैं, उनमें diffusion cannot be the only way by which water can reach to 10 meters height or 100 meters height plant. Okay, it cannot. So what is the process then? That is again the root pressure. Okay, that the pressure which it exerts on the cells, this is one of the process, and another one is transpiration also. Now children, these leaves, when we had talked about, okay, so the leaves have got small pores on it. Okay, the stomatas are there. These are the stomatas. Now these stomatas, what happens when water is available to them? Okay, they lose water. Water is lost through them. So evaporation of water takes place from the pores of the leaves, takes place from the stomata, and this process is known as transpiration. Okay, transpiration is loss of water from the stomata. Now what is the you can say benefit of it, या इसका क्या use है? Okay, it helps in cooling down the plant. आपने ये चीज देखा होगा बेटा, जब हम बहुत sweat करते हैं गर्मियों में, okay, and when we come and sit near the fan, the evaporation of that sweat takes place. You feel cool. I don't know whether you have experienced or not. Experience it sometimes. ठीक है, तो जब स्वेट इवापोरेट होता है, जब स्वेट रहता है आपके बॉडी में तब आपको नहीं, लेकिन जब स्वेट आप हो रहे हो और फैन के नीचे बैठो, इट इवापोरेट्स, यू फील कोल्ड. सो इट हेल्प्स इन कूलिंग डाउन द बॉडी. ट्रांसपिरेशन इज वन ऑफ द प्रोसेस. अनदर वन दैट इट हेल्प्स इन एब्सॉर्प्शन ऑफ वाटर, क्योंकि लॉस ऑफ वाटर होगा, समझ में आ रहा है, वाटर तो यहाँ पे लोअर कंसेंट्रेशन में हो जाएगा. नाउ दिस इज द पीटियोल विथ विच इट इज अटैच्ड टू द स्टेम. दिस इज द पीटियोल. ठीक है, तो पीटियोल से तो नहीं होगा, तो पीटियोल इज एट हायर कंसेंट्रेशन ऑफ वाटर. तो अब क्या करेगा ये? लो कंसेंट्रेशन पुल करेगा उसको. Okay, the water will be pulled. There will be transpiration pull. That is known as transpiration pull. So it will pull the water from the petiole into the leaf cell. और एक एक करके वो petiole फिर बगल वाले then it will come to the stem. Okay, it will go stepwise, and finally this pressure, this transpiration pull will reach up to the roots, and finally it will exert a pressure on the roots to pull water from the soil and again pass it off. So these are the processes by which the water and the nutrient absorption and the food absorption, okay, takes place in the plants. Even the phloem transports the amino acids and other substances also, okay, delivered to the storage organs which are present in the roots, fruits and seeds, I've told you, and to the growing organs. Finally what happens that wherever the growing organs like spring season है और buds आ रहे हैं, तो what storage organs जो भी है जहाँ पे stored food है, वहाँ से the phloem transports that stored food to the growing regions, okay, to the growing buds, to the growing regions, so that it can grow luxuriantly, okay, because more of energy is required. So that was what we did it, okay. Yes, I feel again we have completed it. Yes, we have completed transportation in plants. So hope you must have understood, okay. Take it from high concentration to low concentration, from high pressure to low pressure, from high energy region to low energy region. Just have it in mind. और जब भी opposite होगा, low से high में जाएगा, it will always require energy. और sucrose जो था, sucrose वाला ही केवल energy required था, that is ATP requirement, which I told you that from the leaf it takes place into the phloem. So there itself the energy requirement was there. So with this we complete this particular topic. Okay, thank you for enjoying, and again as I tell you, the link for the English videos and all other videos which I make, okay, that is down. Just click the title, okay, and you will get the links, and through the links you can go to my English videos also. So do like it, share it and subscribe it if you have not done. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for watching.